Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Anabaptist Perspectives. I'm here at Sharon Mennonite Bible Institute with Cliff Schrock. So you're the administrator of this school.
That's right.
And just something that's been kind of a big thing for Mennonites and Mennonite culture is Bible schools. An enormous amount of our young people go there. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved with SMBI here? You've been the administrator for, 10 years? Something like that. How did you find out about this school? Why are you involved?
Well, first of all, an enormous amount of young people maybe go to Bible school, but not enough.
Okay, so you're an advocate for this?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I first came here as a student in '97 for a 6-week session, and then I came again in the fall of '98 for another 6-week session. And then I started teaching in 2000, spring of 2000. And I was teaching for 3 years, and then I was assistant administrator for 3 years. And then in 2006, I became administrator and have been since, so 11 years I've been administrator.
So it's been right at 20 years since you first walked through the doors?
17 years.
Okay.
18 years.
18 years, okay.
Yes.
So can you give a little bit of a history of why is it that Mennonites have Bible schools? You know, unaccredited, just places where people can come study the Bible. Give a little history of that. Why?
Well, I think it started because as Anabaptist people, we value Scripture and put a high value on Scripture and knowing Scripture. And the Anabaptist movement started back in the 1500s out of the study of Scripture. And so we've continued that, although Bible schools do not go back to the 1500s. The Bible schools go back more to the middle 1900s.
There have been other Mennonite colleges or schools, like you just said. What were the ones you just mentioned? Several.
Right, Heston College, Goshen College, those go back, I think those go back more to the early 1900s.
But yet, you know, a couple decades ago, they started shifting from being conservative Anabaptist to, would they even still call themselves Mennonite, I guess? They would?
I think so, yeah.
But they're very much more liberal.
Right,
yeah.
They're mainstream, the Mennonite Church USA.
But yet, for some reason, a place like this, like SMBI, has stayed the same relatively for 40 years.
For 40 years.
So then what would you say, there's a difference there, obviously. You know, a lot of colleges did end up going much more liberal in the past. What is it about a place like SMBI that has stayed the same? What would you say is the real vision that it's stayed true to?
Well, the vision for SMBI when it started was to provide a place for conservative Anabaptist young people in the eastern United States. The other schools were not as close to Lancaster, in the hub of the Mennonite community there. And so they wanted to start something closer. And I think what has helped it maintain a more conservative position is that we're not accredited. And so the qualifications for instructors are not so much based on educational background and degrees and those sorts of things, where you can be sometimes forced to compromise character or theological position to maintain an academic accreditation. So our primary qualifications are the spiritual life and character of our faculty.
And that's a very significant shift in mindset, really. Yeah. It's amazing you've been able to maintain that for 4 decades. Kind of hitting some of the vision there and what it is about this place that, you know, you're obviously the administrator, you're very invested in it, you believe in it, but yet at the same time, young people invest a lot of time and effort and finances into this place to come here and study. Why don't they just go to another Mennonite college where it's actually accredited and those classes actually count towards a degree? What's the pull to come to a place like this versus something else?
I think there are more of our young people pursuing accredited degrees and so on. But I think the the reason people come here isn't so much to get a degree for, economic advancement or career advancement. The reason students come here is for personal growth and enrichment. And so, they're not necessarily looking to invest in a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree. They're just looking for some personal enrichment. Another thing that could pull them here is it doesn't require a 2-year commitment. You can come for 6 weeks, for 12 weeks, 18, 24 weeks. We have 5 sessions in a year, and they can come for any one or a combination of those 5 sessions.
So what about this school inspires you then?
What inspired me to come as a student was the testimonies I heard from other students that had been here. And I knew a few of the faculty that I had a lot of respect for from northern Minnesota. Leroy Yoder and Val Yoder were from close to my area. What inspired me as a student was the interaction. Just the interaction with other young people and the encouragement, the spiritual depth of the student body. Just felt like students were here to be serious, here to study, and the bonding together was a huge encouragement. And along with that, the variety of students that were here from a lot of different backgrounds and places and
Diversity.
all over the diversity.
Yeah.
And yet within that diversity, the common goal and the bonding together was what I was most inspired with. And then later had the opportunity to get involved in teaching and kind of grew from there.
Well, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you, Cliff, for doing this. I appreciate it. And yeah, there's a link to the website, SMBI's website, in this video, so go check them out. And I mean, I came here for 8 terms and graduated too, so like I'm a little bit biased, but this is a pretty cool place, a pretty inspiring place. So yeah, thanks again for your time, for your attention. If there's something you would like to see us cover in another episode, just comment that, and we'll see about filming that in the future. And if there's anything else you'd like to know, shoot us an email. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, come back next week for another episode. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.